I think by now you have you have quick or decent introduction of using your APIs, basically deploying APIs and reading stuff from it. This slide will give you a little bit of idea like how to debug your API if, let's say, you find that your API is not working. So this is one trick which you can use to debug your API. So let's say, what is the trick here? I mean, so let's say we'll deploy an API here, which basically calculates, takes an parameter, which is integer, and then prints heads and tails for that many number of times, right? Okay, and then we are passing the JSON, this list, which says that the request and response will be in the JSON format. Okay, so once we click this one, so there's a lot of things here, which doesn't clearly tell you what's going wrong. So the status code is 400 and all that stuff. Okay, I think the first reason will be because we have not provided any input. So let's see, let's provide an input here and see. The first reason of failure is you have forget to add any input parameter, which is basically the length here. So let's see if we provide a length, what happens here. So we have given a length of 20, but still it fails with some other message, all this weird messages stuff. Yeah, but it still fails. So one trick is we can basically add some print statements inside the body of our API function to know what is going on. So for example, this is the data which we want to show as a response to our API. But what we are doing is we are printing the data before returning it. So now let's see what it returns. So you'll see it gives something in the output log, which is basically this line. And you will know that it returns something, but this is not a string. It just basically, ideally, random choice basically takes a string it just as, so these are just the list of symbols instead of strings. Basically the idea was to print certain strings at a given number of times, but somehow user might have forget to add those strings here instead of using the symbols. So this list tells you that the heads and tails are not strings and those are instead symbols. That's why you might be seeing you might not be seeing the correct output. So you can correct your API by adding strings instead of symbols. So that is, using print is one handy way of debug your APIs, basically. That's the idea. Okay. Lastly, we have a couple of I'll show you a couple of basically quickly the already existing applications which we are using, which were deployed on Wolfram Cloud. So for example, My Pi Day is one such example where you can add your birth date and it will calculate where it appears in your Pi. So for example, let's say calculate something. So it says that this date appears at this location inside the Pi value at this position. So yeah, this is something was created on Pi Day, so March 14th, long back. But yeah, this is one of the example which basically uses your API function, which has its core function and then certain inputs, which we have discussed. And then Tweet a program is another application, cool application, which runs on Twitter, which basically you can tweet, you can send tweets to this program, and it basically tweets your stuff or your evaluations from its account. Visit this page just to know. For example, it tells you who submitted that code, and it will evaluate your code and display what exactly it is. For example, says code submitted by this user, and this is the evaluation. This is little cool stuff. And then another example is image identify. Basically, it also uses the API function, but inside it uses image identify machine learning Wolfram language function, where you can add any image and it will tell you what that image is. Right. So yeah, that's what I have, and thanks for being so patient.